a showdown in the sand for the $3 million Aruba Poker Classic here on the World Poker Tour.
The World Poker Tour is a series of 17 international poker tournaments featuring the biggest games,
Vindication, baby!
the greatest players, and the largest payouts on the planet. In Aruba, 6 players, $3.2 million. It's a Caribbean island in a sea of cash. Tonight on the World Poker Tour.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to Paradise on the World Poker Tour. I'm Mike Sexton along with Vince Van Patten, and we're at the beautiful Playa Linda Beach Resort in the Caribbean for the final table of UltimateBet.net's Aruba Poker Classic.
Mike, once again, the World Poker Tour has turned this gem of an island, Aruba, into an international hotbed of no-limit Texas Hold'em. I mean, we're having a great time. All the greats were here. It's so nice and hot that even the players don't mind losing their shirts.
Oh, you're right about that, Vince. Players from all over the world love it here, and why not? This is a week of fun, a shot for them to win $1 million, and a chance to capture a coveted WPT title.
Well, Mike, we started out with 647 players. You know, they all had to put up $5,000 each or win their spot on a satellite online, but now we are down to our final 6.
And what a 6 we've got, Vince. We got everything. Experience, youth, a lady here. We got it all today.
Yes, we do. Okay, let's go to the short stack, Robert Porter. They call him Tic Tac. He's 38 years old. He's a former poker dealer, now playing professionally. He's got to hope that the Tic Tac doesn't melt too soon. Moving over to 5th chip position, Stacy Matuson. She used to be the poker room manager at a casino down in Florida, and now she's going for the gusto. She's going to take a shot here tonight.
She's also got the biggest fan club here tonight, Vince, no doubt about it. Starting out in 4th chip position is Josh Schlein from Owing Mills, Maryland. At 20 years old, Josh is the youngest player in the history of the World Poker Tour to make it to a final table. Will youth prevail tonight? We shall see. Starting out in 3rd chip position from Stockholm, Sweden is Johan Storakers. We've seen him before at a final table on the World Poker Tour. He is back, very experienced, Vince. He's going to be tough to beat here tonight.
Okay, moving over to 2nd chip position, Devin Porter with close to $1.8 million. He's only 22 years old. He's got a big chance here today.
And our chip leader tonight with $2 million in chips is Freddy Deeb from Las Vegas. We saw Freddy make the first final table in the history of the World Poker Tour in Season 1 at Bellagio. He is back tonight, and Vince, he's got nothing but winning on his mind here. He dearly wants to capture a WPT title.
Well, it is a beautiful day in Aruba. Put your Speedos on. Mike's got the baby oil. Let's watch some poker.
$16,000 blind. Okay, shuffle up and deal.
We're about to have some fun, and action's going to be on Devin Porter. Looks down at a Queen 10. And he goes out.
Now Josh Schlein, the 20-year-old, the youngest player to ever make it to a final table on the World Poker Tour. And he's going to pop it up
to 35.
35,000.
I said
Stacy Matuson, 10-8, goes out.
Robert Porter from Las Vegas lays his hand down.
Johan going out, and now around to Freddy Deeb, the vet at the table. He's got 9-8 in the big blind.
He's also the chip leader here.
You always protect your blinds, Freddy?
If you'll remember, you saw Freddy at the first show we ever did.
I don't give nothing up, man.
Freddy Deeb was on the final table, finished 3rd in that tournament. He told me he's here to win tonight. Nothing else matters to him.
By the way, he got that shirt at the Liberace estate sale. And look at this, he's going to call.
Is that good?
Well, we come to play, we didn't come to stay.
We come to play.
Yes, he is. So two-way action between Freddy and the youngster, 20 years old, Josh Schlein.
This is old school versus new school right here. Maybe old school versus preschool, Vinny.
First hand, here we go with the first 3.
Flop is king, 5 deuce. No help to either player. Freddy checks.
Yes, he does, and Josh not going to fall into anything. Quickly checks behind him.
Off we go to the turn. A jack comes off. Again, Freddy checks.
I'll check.
Hey, friendly poker here. Josh is going to check.
We got a check fest going on here.
It's Freddy.
Well, now the ace comes off.
Freddy's my friend.
I'm your friend, and you're such a nice guy. I'm just gonna muck my hand.
Oh boy!
I'm showing the bluff.
Now that is about as friendly as you can get. You know, there's a chance he could have had the best hand, Vince. If his opponent had something like 7-8 of spade, his 9-high could have been good. But Freddy's instincts were right. His opponent had him beat. He just threw his hand away to speed up the game.
See how nice I am to you?
It would have been funny if I had deuce 3.
And Josh Schlein, the 20-year-old, takes the first spot here in Aruba.
I don't know if I have ESP, but something's going on up here. I I just try and get in the pot and it's like everybody else. I just think what they're thinking, then I think what I'm thinking, and then go from there.
Well, poker history could be made here tonight on the World Poker Tour. If either Devin or Josh win this tournament, they'd be the youngest player to ever win. And certainly, we could have our first woman champion ever on the World Poker Tour as well. Right now, we still have 6 players left. Freddy Deeb, our chip leader. Action's on him here.
He's down to the king-8 offsuit. Doesn't want to play. Goes out. Devin out.
Around to Josh.
Now it's my turn. I raise.
He is going to raise it with 7 high, folks. He's got a 7-5, yet he's raising this pot.
Oops.
This kid is aggressive.
Oh, it is a...
I'm not shaking that bad.
Bold bump here.
He comes in for 43,000.
Stacy out with queen deuce. Robert Border throwing away 8-5. And now around to Johan. He's got ace-9 this time in the big blind.
Well, he's been watching this kid the last couple of days, Vince. He knows he raises on any 2 cards. See how he's going to play his ace high here. He's going to call him. Josh is yawning. I mean, like this is just ho-hum business to him. Either that or he's up all night partying. I don't know which.
When you're 20 years old, everything seems casual, I guess.
He's flopped a pair of 7s. It's come Jack 7-6.
And look at him stare down the Swede.
Action's on Johan. And he is reaching for chips.
Of course, we know he hit nothing on that flop with his ace-9, but he's going to bet anyway.
Sure is. 67,000.
And with no hesitation, Josh says, I call.
Now, he's only got 2nd pair, folks. It's not the kind of hand you just race in there and immediately call with all the time when your opponent bets. And he seems confident his 2 7s are good.
Nice pot developing here.
Almost $250,000 in the pot right now.
Almost $1 million?
And the 4 diamonds comes on the turn. Now this gives Josh an open-end straight draw as well as his 2 7s.
But nothing to Johan. He quickly checks. They both check.
Well, it goes check, check.
And the river, a 5 comes up. Makes him 2 pair, but of course, ridiculously scary board right there.
Well, there's a potential flush and an open-end straight on the board. Well, action is on Johan.
Who caught nothing. He just has ace high.
Vince, he is reaching for chips here.
Oh.
And he is doing it. A healthy bet, it looks like, at that.
How much is that?
Over 200,000 he's betting here.
Gonna try to steal this pot from the kid. A lot of guts going here for the
215,000 he's betting into the kid. You know, Josh has 2 pair. Basically, all you can beat is a bluff here with the straight possibilities and the flush possibilities out there.
I call.
But he makes a brilliant call.
Wow, what a call he makes right here with the 2 pair.
Oh, the Swede just getting Schlein right there by Josh.
Gee, many Christmas. It's an open end straight on the board and a possible flush. And Josh just quickly called him there.
Oh, boy, what it's like to be 20 years old.
I can tell you right now, Johan, we're near the beach, and he's got to think that Josh is a great white. He took a bite out of him there, I can tell you that.
What a call that was by the kid. Stay tuned, we're coming back to Aruba.
How can you call a raise and a re-raise? I believe women are definitely going to take over. Women have the best instincts. I think that really comes into play when it comes to poker. I feel so honored because I want to represent the women. I want every woman to feel, wow, I can be her.
The thing that's more important today between the title and winning the money would definitely be winning the title.
Between the money and the title, I'll take the money.
Definitely have to say it's the money.
It's all about the pride for me. Just number one, that's all I want.
The money doesn't mean that much to me. I mean, money's money. It's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
Welcome back to Aruba. I'm Vince Van Patten alongside Mike Sexton. We are in the sun in beautiful Aruba where 6 players remain.
The question is, Vince, will youth prevail tonight? So far, the youngest winner on the World Poker Tour was John Stoltzman at 23 years of age. We've got a 22-year-old and a 20-year-old at this final table.
All right, back down on the felt. Robert Border looking down at the junkie Jack 3, throws it down.
And Johan has picked up Big Slick. He's got Ace-King. Very nice starting hand.
45.
He's going to raise it. He comes in for 45,000.
Behind him, Freddy Deeb. He's got a wired pair of 6s.
And Johan is probably not happy that Freddy is sitting behind him. He's the chip leader and probably the player he's going to fear most at this final table. and Freddy's got position on him and calls here with the 2 6s.
Devin Porter going out. Josh out, and now on Stacy Matuson. She's got a suited connector, 9-8 of clubs.
Yeah, she's also got 16,000 in the big blind here.
Call.
If she's going to gamble here, she's going to take a flop too. Can't blame her. She's got the kind of hand that you want to see a flop with, the 9-8 of clubs.
Three-way action in Aruba. 3 attractive hands going at it.
My drink all over myself.
Here comes the flop. King, Queen, 5. Johan has flopped top pair, but Stacy has flopped a flush draw.
She checked it, and Johan, top pair with a huge kicker, of course.
That's what we call top pair and top kicker. He's got them both, and he's going to bet.
He's not going to let these people off cheap. He's betting 180 grand.
Well, you're right, Vince. If they've got a drawing hand, he's going to make them pay for it right here. 180,000 he bets.
Freddy's 6s shrink up. He throws it away. Now back around to Stacy, who is 4 flushed at this point.
Stacy's problem is twofold. A, if she calls this 180, she's almost going to be committed to the pot. B, do you want to put your money in there in the drawing hand? And C, the first player out this final table gets 100,000. The winner gets $1 million. So this is really a tough decision for her.
Well, you got to know if she does make this call, she's committed all the way. She's going to see whether she gets the flush or not. So this is it. Do or die time for Stacy.
Well, you're right about that, Vince, and I'm sure that's what she's thinking. Do I really want to get all my money in there with the draw? But still, maybe if she came over the top of him, Johan might lay his hand down. She just saw Johan bluff a minute ago against the youngster. Is he doing it again?
We know because the WPT camp, she will not be able to push Johan out of this pot. He is too strong. Stacy is going to lay it down.
Let's see it.
Johan's not going to lay it down. We knew that, but she didn't know it.
She gets up from the table.
She's going to have to go over to talk to her boyfriend and her coach. Frank Sinopoli, quite a poker player himself. In fact, he led this tournament for 3 days. He almost made it to the final table himself. Now he's on the rail coaching her.
I flopped 4 clubs there. My name is Stacy Matuson, and I'm going to be your next woman champion of the WPT. I'm going to be fearless today.
That's it, guys. It's war now. War!
I don't think they really want to mess with me because they know if I'm in, I have the goods.
I'm not willing to commit my chips, half my chips in a draw.
Could she be the first woman ever to win a World Poker Tour title? We will find out.
A few weeks ago, we saw Kathy Liebert almost do it. She finished 3rd at Borgata. Can Stacy do it tonight?
Action's going to be on Johan Storakers from Sweden. He's got 8 deuce. Not going to play it.
When I leave here, I don't even know what happened.
On to Freddy Deeb. Down an unspectacular 6-3 and fold.
Raise.
And Devin Porter says, I'm going to raise. He's got ace-6 of diamonds. Josh folds. Stacy folds. Devin just made it 56 grand to go around to tic-tac. Robert Porter, he's got a king-queen.
I call.
He's short-stacked, and he makes this call.
Now, Robert may look like he's from outer space, got the purple mohawk and whatnot. Dealt at the Mirage and Bellagio for a long time, a floor man. Used to wear a coat and tie every day. He's hit the midlife crisis here. He plays online poker at home now. He can look like what he wants to.
All right, here comes the flop. It's an 8-6 deuce. No help for tic-tac.
Robert is leading out here for 100,000 on a stone bluff with the king high.
Nothing materializing, but he has the guts to bet. And look at this, Devin going over the top, says, I'm going all in.
Wow. He's going to set him all in right here with second pair, Vince. Terrific poker instincts by the youngster here. Robert can't stand the heat.
Tic-tac just melted there.
He took a stab at the pot, didn't work out for him. But give credit to the youngster. Nice play. And so far, you got to be impressed with the way these youngsters are playing. These guys play online poker every day. Here they are in the big time and playing very well under the bright lights.
Exciting action here in Aruba. 6 players remaining. The winner going to take home $1 million today.
What did you say? Action's on me?
And action's on the very talkative Josh Schlein from Maryland.
I raise.
Ace Queen of Spades.
He's going to raise it. He comes in for 60,000.
Stacy Matuson in early position.
Obviously, we talked about